So you're going to solve this two-step equation for C. Find the value that makes the equation true. And it's a two-step because we have two operations. We have C divided by 5, and we also have a minus 12. So I start by drawing a line through the equal sign to separate both sides of the equation. The expression on this side and the expression on that side, and that helps me to see what I need to be doing on this side to get C isolated. I'm going to start by highlighting the term that has C in it. So the term C divided by 5. That way it helps me to see what to start to do to get my variable by itself. And so I can see that I need to get rid of a minus 12. The opposite of subtracting 12 is adding 12. So I'm going to add 12 to both sides to get rid of it on the left and help myself get down to the solution on the right. I'm going to separate my addition vertical math here with that line so I can see and again help visually see what is happening when I add 12 to both sides. On this side, the minus 12 and the plus 12, or the negative 12 and the positive 12 cancel, that's 0. And I'm left with C over 5. So I'm a little closer to getting C isolated. On this side, I'm going to write it horizontally so I can see what's happening off to the side so I don't make sign errors. I have negative 13 plus 12. I'm going to sync. Same signs, add the two. Different signs, subtract. They're different. So I have to subtract 13, take away 12, and I get 1. Keep the sign of the higher number, then you'll be exact. So I get negative 1. So I'm going to put negative 1 on the right side. Now my next step is to isolate C. So I'm going to highlight C. And I'm going to clearly see now I got to get rid of the divide by 5. The opposite of dividing by 5 is multiplying by 5. So I'm going to go 5 times C over 5 equals negative 1 times 5. Multiply by 5 on both sides. This becomes 5 divided by 5. I'm multiplying in the top and I have dividing in the bottom by the same number. So that's 1. I get 1C is just C by itself. On this side, I get negative 1 times 5. Well, a negative times a positive is a negative, and 1 times 5 is 5. So I get negative 5. So now I'm going to check to make sure it works. I'm going to plug it back into this original equation. Negative 5 is my solution. Divided by 5, I'm going to take 12 away from that. And do I get negative 13 when I do the math? Negative 5 divided by 5 is negative 1. Negative 1 minus 12, does that equal 13? I just bring this side down. I hope when I funnel this, my final answer matches 13, negative 13. Watch your signs. So this one I'm going to KAO. I have negative 1. I'm going to keep that one the same, keep, add, and then take the opposite of 12, which is negative 12. And does that equal 13, negative 13? Same signs, add the 2, they're the same, so I'm going to add. And I get 1 plus 12 is 13. And I'm going to keep the negative because they're both negative. I get a negative answer. And that does match the right side, negative 13. And so negative 5 is the solution to this equation.